Everyone, I want to share with you two corrugated easel cards that I created. I'm using these corrugated cards by Recollections that you can pick up at Michael's. So I basically used 3 of these to make 2 of these easel cards. What you want to do when you're making the bottom base, you want to score from the inside. So you're going to score at 2 3/4, and then you're going to fold it back like this. That will avoid this part of the card from tearing. And you can see here, you can see how it didn't tear. Okay, I shared that when I had made a box out of this card. And then what's great about that is because I also wanted to have the corrugation on the bottom of my card, and I took the other card and I cut it at the 5.5 inch mark, and then I use that as my base for the top part. So you could see here, there's the top part of it. So I cut it and then I just adhered it to this part. Okay, so that's what I did, and then I used the paper collection that I shared from Kaiser, the needle and thread. And you can, because of the print, some of the prints on this paper weren't, specifically to the sewing theme. I was able to make another theme card using this paper, which I'll show you in a minute here. So the first one I made is this a sewing theme one, and it's up like that. It's like an easel card. And so I painted the card with some, let's see here, what color did I use? The cream folk, no, it's not cream, it's buttercream folk art acrylic paint. It's 2586 is the number. And I did that to both this part and then also the bottom part of the card. Then I layered some of the design paper, so it's layered 3 different layers here. And then on this one right here, if you could see, I used the Tim Holtz sewing embossing folders. So you can see the stitches here. And I loved how that turned out. So I did it all the way around the design paper. So you can see it down here too. And then I took my sanding block and I sanded it so you could see it more. And then here's where I used the Prima Doily die. And then I used one of my circle spellbinders die. And then I stamped the Magnolia Tilda stamp. Sakura Tilda is her name. It's really cute. I love her hair. And I Copic colored her. And I just distressed the edge using my Distress ink. And then I add those little dots. This time I didn't use the Tim Holtz spritzer. I just used my Copic marker because I was only doing a little of it around the image, so I just used my pen. And then I created this spray using the Prima wire thread in Sage. It's really pretty green. And then I used the Martha Stewart 3-in-1 Hydrangea Punch to create the flowers. And I love how it turned out. I had seen Tamika's video, and she inspired me to make one with the wire thread. And it was super easy to make. And then I add some buttons here. Here I add some of these spray little flowers I got from Michael's. And then here I just add some cherry blossoms from I'm Roses and these leaves right here. And I add some trim. And then I took the Magnolia Doily die, and then you could see on the flower I layered 2 of the larger ones and then 2 of the smaller ones, and then I added some of the Stampendous Frontage on it in the chunky white. And again, I purchased this from Misty, MB Treasurista, and I love how it turned out. If I could get a closer up look of it. I thought it turned out really pretty. And then I made a bow using some tulle, and then this is another basil button from Joanne. And then up top here it says the fabric of life, and that's using one of the cutouts from the paper pad, and the same with this one right here that spells out the word love. And then just inside I just add another design paper. This is another one of the border die cuts, and then I add some rosette trim. And that's the easel card. I love that one and how it turned out. Now this one, you can see again I used the same paper collection, but I did a wedding theme. So I took the design papers that didn't have a lot of sewing theme to it. This one did, but I cut the parts out. And then I just did some layering, you can see here. So it's 3 different layers. I add some paper doilies. These I got from Michael's, from the baking section. It's this one right here. They're 4-inch doilies. And then I used my Spellbinders Labels 5 die. I used the largest one. And then this die is of a cake. I bought this from scrapbook.com a while back. It's this cute die here. And the mini Magnolia Tilda girl, let's see here, she is Summer Wedding Tilda. It's one of those little tiny ones. She fit perfectly in the cake. And then I colored her with my Copics, and I add some of the flowers again using the 3-in-1 hydrangea punch, and then I add some stickles. It's, let's see here, what stickles is that? I don't know what I did to it. I think it's a crystal color stickles. So I fill the flowers in with that. This one I put a pearl. And then up here I created this banner, and then I just hole punch using the Styso punch. And then I just add some twine. And then these burlap flowers are from the Recollections collection, which is this one right here. You can get at Michael's. And then these are from Elise's shop, Pretties by Elise. And then this is that Prima flower, and I add the frontage on this flower as well. And then again the Magnolia doily die. This is some trim that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love this trim. It comes in so many different colors. So it's this one right here. And then I layered some of this bow trim from Lavish Laces. And then I stamped Congratulations. It's from an old Studio G stamp that I've had, which is this one right here. And then, let's see here, and then when you open it up, I just add some design paper and another one of the border die cuts. And then this trim is also from Hobby Lobby. It's my favorite, which is this one right here. So that's that card. And then I wanted to show you that if you don't color her dress white, it doesn't really look like a wedding dress. So that's when I made this little luggage. It's using my favorite Sizzix XL die. It's a suitcase die. I didn't decorate the front. I just add a tag and some twine. It's more of a shadow box display. So when you open it up, it sits up like that. And see how I colored her dress pink, so it doesn't look too much of a wedding theme. And then this is the crepe paper or Oh Darling collection. Really cute collection. So I just add some eyelet trim. I use the die cuts from the paper pad, and then I add some of this Webster's trim. Another one of those Prima flowers, and then the Magnolia doily die. These are some of those flowers from Michael's. This is a Prima wood chip piece, and I add a pearl. And I add little grass using my Fiskars punch, and then I added the little Magnolia girl. That's why I liked the little tiny ones. Again, I can use them on my favors, and I can use them with my, smaller dies. And I like how it turned out. So those are my projects, and thanks everyone for watching. Bye.